Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with some more Overwatch news. First up today, it looks like the penalties for boosters and throwers are about to be increased quite significantly. In a post on the official forums asking what Blizzard's opinion was on smurfs, Jeff Kaplan responded with this: having a second account you play on is fine, new accounts very rapidly adjust to play at the proper skill level. Doing anything to manipulate your internal MMR or skill rating, i.e. boosting or throwing, is not fine. Penalties for boosting and throwing are about to increase dramatically. Please report the behavior. He then goes on to say the reporting is being worked on for consoles, but isn't ready as of yet. So, boosters and throwers, people who basically try to get others' accounts to a higher level than maybe they deserve to be, or people who purposely throw their matches, hey Defron, anyone who is falling within these parameters, the hammer is about to drop, much more so than what we have right now. Now, it's also been talked about not too long ago, the people who leave matches, whether that's purposefully leaving or through disconnects, that they plan to continuously ramp up that penalty system as well. Blizzard is clearly taking a very strong stance here to try to maintain the integrity of their matches. Now, this is all really focused around competitive, and I know while competitive is certainly popular, I do get the sense that the vast majority of the players of this game spend a lot of their time in quick play or the arcade, because not everyone is hyper competitive, not everyone is terribly interested in those systems, but those of us who are, that do care about fair and balanced matchmaking and who are interested in improving and climbing the ranks, people who leave the game, whether purposefully or otherwise, people who boost others' lower level accounts, or people who throw matches to drop down to lower ranks and then to climb back up for the lulz, all of that really ruins the integrity of the system, of the matches. And there's plenty of things that you can hop into if you just want to screw around. It's why quick play exists, it's why the arcade exists, and custom games and server browsers. But if you're looking to play in this competitive environment, Blizzard is clearly stating here, we're not going to deal with any of the crap that ruins the system and that takes away from the spirit of competitive. So boosters and throwers, if you or anyone you know is falling in one of those two categories, prepare to see the penalties that come associated with this increase dramatically sometime soon, according to what we hear from Jeff. Next up, I wanted to talk about the addition of what I think might be one of the more intense ways to play Overwatch that we've ever seen, and that is 6 vs 6 Lockout Elimination. This brand new game mode was added to the arcade with the end of the anniversary event, and you know, we've known Elimination for quite some time. We've had it around for a while, since last BlizzCon basically, and it's a mode that I've always really enjoyed because of the intensity and how much each round matters. If you die, there's no coming back, I guess, unless you get a mercy to res you, but you're done for the round in most cases, and that really hinders your team. It's not one of those things where you can play as sloppy because your life really matters for your chances of success. But the one thing that Elimination always lacked, because of its 3 vs 3 nature, was the team play and the coordination that you see in the traditional Overwatch game modes. Well, no longer is that the case, because now again we've got a full team of 6 vs 6 Lockout Elimination, and the Lockout is of course that new inclusion where if you win a round with the hero, you can no longer play the hero. But that's especially magnified 6 vs 6 because there's only going to be so many heroes to choose from once you've won 2 rounds. And it's been the case that you'll see teams that pick 2 healers in round 1 and pick 2 healers in round 2, and if they win them both, great, but now there's no healers left to choose, and you still have to win 1 more round if you want to secure the match. So it's going to make picking your teams, the compositions, all that much more interesting. You're going to have that team play of a full group of 6 instead of 2 groups of 3. It's just really, really intense, and I absolutely love that. I love the impactful nature of no respawns, and then still working with a full group of 6, and you have your tanks, you have maybe 1 healer, some deep, it's going to be really interesting. I've really loved what I've played so far, and I'm glad that Blizzard added this mode. Next up, I wanted to talk about the release of the Horizon Lunar Colony video. This was a behind the scenes look at the making of this new upcoming map. They talked about how the moon was always on their wish list basically since the launch of the game, and they like doing maps that have not only a strong story but also strong character hooks, and obviously the Horizon Lunar Colony is directly tied to Winston. Now at the end of this video, they do mention the fact that the Horizon Lunar Colony will be going on to the live servers next Tuesday, June the 20th, and along with that, we'll be getting the new PTR patch, which of course includes the balancing and the buffs to Reaper and McCree, and the rework of Roadhog's weapon. And that is pretty much going to do it for today's Overwatch news video. As always, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good one, and until next time, I'll see you later.